Hello everybody, this is Yang and today we'll be learning about Southeast Asia. Now my group mates will introduce themselves.
Hi everyone, my name is Claire.
Hi everyone, my name is Roja.
I'm Terry.
Hi, I'm Reina.
Hi everyone, my name is Claire, and today I want to introduce Indonesia's culture and their traditional food with you. Listen carefully. In here, I will talk about geographical information, the climate condition, their food culture, their religion, and the recipe from an auntie works in my family. She's an Indonesian and she is so good at cooking. So the first question is, where's Indonesia? It's in the southeast part of Asia, and it is so wide because it has more than 17,000 islands, which scatter over both sides of equators. For the size, it is 53 times bigger than Taiwan. Indonesia's capital, Jakarta, is the world's second most populous area. In Indonesia, major part of islands are covered densely by volcanic mountains. Of the 400 volcanoes, around 130 are active. Moreover, their earthquake and volcanic activities is among the world's highest. Because of having so many different sizes of islands, it is the world's largest archipelago. Furthermore, it has numerous of rainforests on the islands, thus it has the nickname of lung of earth. For the climate, Indonesia lies along the equator and its climate tends to be relatively even in a year. It is the typical tropical rainforest climate. To be more specific, Indonesia have no difference between 4 seasons. The average annual temperature is around 25 to 27 Celsius. So they only have 2 seasons, the rainy season and the dry season. The climate is categorized by the high temperature and rain. The dry season is from May to October, and the rainy season is from November to April of the following year. It is said that the best time to travel to Indonesia is from April to October during the dry season. At that time, the weather is more comfortable to have some outdoor activities there. And here's the food. In Indonesia, their staple food is rice, which is the same as some other Asia countries. But the special part is that there are dozens of simple recipes, which is the spicy condiment. In Indonesia, you will see that the dishes cannot be completed without symbol. Do you know Indomie, a kind of instant noodle? The brand Indomie is like the most famous noodle brand in Indonesia, even for the foreign countries. Some people even conclude that it is the most favorable noodle. Indonesia is the country with greatest number of Muslims, about 87 of the populations. And there's something very interesting. People will put their religions on their ID cards, and it is necessary for the citizens to have their belief. Moreover, pork is hardly eaten because most Indonesians are Muslims. Their religion prohibits eating pork. Most of the dishes are associated strongly with the religion. Thus, they always buy the food with the halal mark on it, which means the food is recognized by the religion. And here, I want to introduce some traditional dishes that Indonesian will eat during the fasting month. It is like our Chinese New Year. Here are the things that need for the dishes: the beef, the chicken, the rice, and so on. Here are 2 dishes that are called apa ayam and rendang, which is the chicken and the beef. Also, ketupat is the rice. Here are the short video from my auntie. Let's get a look.
Halo semua,
Ini masakan kesukaan kami orang Indonesia. Ini khas kami Idul Fitri. Ini namanya opor ayam. 好吃.
She said that these are some of the dishes they will have in the fasting month, and her favorite one is opor ayam. It is really yummy. In my opinion, it is also one of my favorite dishes, and I can have 2 bowls of rice just with the sauce. It tastes just like the green curry. And this is all for today, and hope you learned something. Thank you.
Hello, everybody. This is Yang, and today we'll be learning more about Brunei and Malaysia. Let us begin. First of all, I'll be talking about Brunei, and then afterwards I'll be talking about Malaysia. So let's learn about these 2 places. Now, where is Brunei? Well, Brunei is located in Borneo, on this dog-shaped island. You can see this head shape looks like a dog. And Brunei is on the red marker, 2 small dots on Borneo Island. So, Brunei Darussalam. Darussalam means a dome of peace. So Brunei Darussalam means Brunei, the dome of peace. Now, there are several facts about Brunei that I would like to share with you all. First of all, it's located on Borneo Island, as I mentioned just now. Second of all, is that it's an Islamic country, and that Brunei is a monarchy, which means there's a royal family and a king which controls the country. And Brunei has a rich Malay culture, and it's a tropical equatorial climate. That means the weather is the same throughout the year. So every day is like summer in Brunei. So this is a map of Brunei. Brunei is split into 4 districts. One is Bangar, so it's the Temburong. Another district is the Brunei Mora district. Another district is the Tudong district. And close to Miri is the Belait district. Now, these are 2 beautiful landmarks in Brunei Darussalam. One is the Masjid Omar Ali Saifuddin, a beautiful white mosque with a gold dome. And on the right is the picture of the old capital of Brunei Darussalam. And it's called Kampung Ayer. So Melayu Islam Baraja is the philosophy of Brunei. Melayu refers to the people, or it represents the Malay people and the Malay culture. Islam is the national religion of Brunei, and Baraja means king or kingdom. So the king is the ruler of the country. Now, Brunei is very rich in many different types of plants, flowers, and if you love nature, you will love Brunei. Now I'll be moving on to Brunei food. Now, there are 2 different kinds of food that I show, or I will demonstrate in this picture. On the left is a dish called ambuyat, and it's a very traditional dish. And you eat it with chopsticks, or they call it chandas. So you use the chopsticks and scoop up this ambuyat. You dip it in a sauce, and then you swallow it. You don't chew. On the right are food stalls that can be seen during many festivals in Brunei. And on these festivals, there are many different kinds of skewered meats, and many different kinds of refreshing drinks. So if you have a chance one day, please visit Brunei during one of these festivals. Now I'll be moving on to Malaysia. So this is a map of Malaysia. Malaysia is 2 parts. One is East Malaysia, which is on the right, and one is West Malaysia, which is on the left. And this is the flag of Malaysia. And a fun fact about Malaysia is that Malaysia is home to the largest cave chamber in the world. And I'll share with you all a picture later on. So this is Malaysian food. On the left is a dish called nasi katok, which is rice with a special sauce called sambal and fried chicken. So on the right, there's many different kinds of foods and cakes. The cakes are called kueh. And there's also a meat skewer dish called satay, which is served with ketupat and a peanut sauce. So this is the Gunung Mulu National Park that I mentioned just now. As you can see, you and me are the two people represented in the middle. We're so small compared to the large cave. And this is Mount Kinabalu, which is the highest peak or the highest mountain on Borneo Island. And it's located in East Malaysia, in Sabah. Now, these are the many different kinds of wildlife species that you can find in Malaysia. Now, you have the Tragulus kancil, which is a very cute and small mouse deer. And you have many different types of frogs, such as the katak sawah hijau, and many different kinds of fish and fruits and animals and wildlife. And if you can see the butterfly on the top right-hand corner, Malaysia is a very beautiful country, a very beautiful place, and I wish you all have a chance to explore it one day. So that is all for my presentation today. Thank you all so much for watching.
The country we are going to introduce today is Vietnam. Let's look at the map together. It is located here. And as you can see, its location is in the east part of Indochina Peninsula, which is this big island in Southeast Asia. And its shape looks like an S. So the distance between west part and east part is only 50 kilometers, but there are 160 kilometers from north to south. So it looks very long. Its north is China, its west is Laos and Cambodia. And the population in Vietnam is total 96 million people, which is 4 times more than Taiwan. So it is very crowded there. And the density of population in Vietnam is among the highest in the world. This one is its capital, Ho Chi, and its largest city, Ho Chi Minh City. Both of them look beautiful. And we can see many Vietnamese food during our daily life because a lot of Vietnamese restaurants are open in Taiwan. How often do you have Vietnamese food? They include Vietnamese sandwich, len hot pot, Vietnam vermicelli, and many other dishes. In fact, there are different food culture in the different part of this country. In the north part, their food is relatively light, and they usually have the meal with this fish sauce. And their representative cuisine includes barbecue noodles, this one, and the steamed rice rolls, this one. Okay. And in the middle part, there are many mountain areas, so their humidity is high. The weather in their winter is very cold, so their food is heavily salty and spicy, as you can see here. And their food usually look colorful. This Hue beef noodle is one of their famous food. Lastly, in the south part, because of the lower latitude, their food, they produce a lot of fruit and vegetable, and their flavor include salty, sour, and sweet flavor. And also coconut is one of their major ingredient, like in this Vietnamese pancake. Their food culture is influenced by France, by Guangdong migrants, and by many South Asia countries like Cambodia and Thailand. And now we are going to learn the recipe of one of the most famous Vietnamese food, which is Vietnamese style shrimp spring rolls. Let's look at the video together.
In the follow part, I want to introduce Cambodia. Cambodia is a country located in the southern part of Indochina Peninsula in Southeast Asia between Thailand and Vietnam. Phnom Penh is the capital city of Cambodia. The temperature in Cambodia is pretty high throughout the year. There are dry and rainy seasons. The rainy season is from June to November each year, and the rainfall is mainly concentrated in the afternoon. The main religions believed in Cambodia is Buddhism, and the most famous World Heritage in Cambodia is Angkor Wat. It is renowned for its grandeur and meticulous reliefs, and it is the largest temple complex in the world. Among all temple buildings in Angkor Wat, Bayon Temple is one of the most famous. It is located in the center of Angkor, and it is also the last temple to be built. Each pagoda in Bayon Temple has 4-faced Buddha statues. Each represents simplicity, compassion, equanimity, and wisdom. Because the faces of Buddha statues seems to be smiling at people, it is also known as the Smile of Khmer. Talking about the food in Cambodia, I want to share French bread. It's a kind of street food, and some people also call it baguette. Since Cambodia was colonized by France before, many French eating habits were left behind, and French bread is one of them. In most people's opinion, French bread usually paired with butter, ham, and cheese. However, street vendors in Cambodia will cut the bread and add some toppings to make it like a sandwich. Usually, we can see pork, some salad ingredients such as cucumber, tomato, and carrot, also with some fresh herbs and chili sauce. There's an interesting fact about French bread. Is that usually vendors will package the bread with a piece of paper to wrap the bread and fasten it with rubber bands. Let's watch a short video about how vendors make a French bread. Now you can try to follow the steps and make your own French bread. Put all ingredients except vegetable oil into a bowl and mix it until it becomes a dough. Cover the dough and let it rest for 10 minutes. Add 1 spoon of vegetable oil into the dough. Cut the dough into 4 pieces. Cover the dough and let it rest for 10 minutes again. Roll out the dough first and roll it into a bread shape. Put the dough into the oven and bake at 200 degrees for 20 minutes. Finally, you can get your own French bread.
Hello everyone, I'm Reina, and today I'm going to talk about Thailand. And we will first start with the introduction of the country. This is the flag of Thailand. And the location of Thailand, it is at the south region called Southeast Asia. And there are 4 countries nearby: Myanmar, Laos, Cambodia, and Malaysia is at the southern part of Thailand. And then we will talk about the weathers in Thailand. You may think that, it is really simple. There are 4 seasons in Thailand, right? But no, that is not right. In Thailand, there's only 3 seasons. These include, the first one is summer from March to June, where it is really hot. And there's also one festival called Water Festival where people can play with water all day because it is so hot. And the second one is called rainy seasons. It is from July to October. And it rains all day and you have to bring umbrella whenever you go out or you will get really wet. And the third one is winter from November to February. But compared to Taiwan, Thailand is still really hot. And the winter in there is not that cold as what we have in Taiwan. And next we will talk about the food. Since Thailand is really, really hot, in Thailand, when people are still getting hot, they still want to eat more. So in order to eat more, they need something with heavy flavors. And that's why they combined all 5 senses into one and the same meal. These include salty, spicy, sour, sweet, and bitter. And then we'll talk about 4 kinds of traditional dishes, include tom. It is a boiled dishes, like soup with shrimps, like what is shown in the picture. And the second one is called yam. It is a spicy salad. And the third one is pounded foods. And it is vegetables combined with sauces. And the fourth one is called gang. It is a curries. But the curries in Thailand is really different from what we have in India. Thai food curry is really spicy and sour at the same time. Then we'll talk about the culture of Thailand. Since the food in Thailand is sour and spicy at the same time, it is really good to serve with rice. And the rice culture in Thailand is really rich. People eat many rice with their food. And on average, each person will eat 115 kilograms of rice per year. And you may think that, how heavy it is. It means that in every year, people will eat 575 bowls of rice. Farmers also grow many rice to feed people who really like rice. And the rest of it, they will export to the world. They export rices to USA, South Africa, China, and Japan. At last, we'll talk about the recipe. And the recipe we are going to explain is chicken with holy basil. And it is referenced from YouTube channel and a website called Rachel Cook Thai. And there are 9 kinds of ingredients you will need. And the first step is cook the chopped garlic and chili. Then we will add chopped chicken. Then add all the 3 sauces. At last, we'll add some red pepper slices to cook and holy basil. Then you can also serve the dishes with egg and rice. And it will be really delicious and taste really good. And this is a clip of what we have.
Is holy basil with chicken and a fried egg on the side, all over a bed of hot rice.
And I can't wait. I just want to eat one. Oh, I'm so hungry right now. And you can try to make this at home, and it is really simple. and really tasty. And that's all for the Thai session. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.